much respect to Chadwick, but Black Panther, the comic, has nothing to do with Chadwick Boseman. I understand he died, but it is completely unfair to the true comic book fans who are looking for this storyline, which they deviated from due to them not wanting to recast the actual actor. What is going on, everyone's? We here and we back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing crunk up with y'all already know how we do. What you know good. So what you got for him, baby?
All right. So I just want to talk about this because, I'm always talking about what we do in our homeschool. And during the month that we were doing October and November, we were reading about pirates. We learned about pirates. And so our book was Peter Pan. And Peter Pan is one of those classics. Let me tell you about Peter Pan. I did not enjoy the book. And not because of why you think. It was a lot of racial slurs. It was a lot of, but you have to think about when the book was written. It was written in 1904. That was a long time ago. But I didn't enjoy it because Peter was childish. Peter was rude. The girls enjoyed it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that we read Peter Pan. It is a classic. It was, a cool read. I didn't enjoy it that much. It was okay. But we are going to start reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I'm excited about that. It's one of my favorite books, like a Christmas story. So we're going to get ready and read that. And watch the movie, and not the one with the real people. But there's this one that we would watch when I was growing up that my daddy had on VHS,
the tapes.
And so I love that one, and Lucy and Edward, all of those. So I'm gonna show the girls that because I found it on YouTube. So next up on What You Know Good, Happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is this week, and this is the time where I know that children are out of school. Parents are probably not working. They're about to cook and all of that and have some good meals on Thursday. And then if you go out and do Black Friday shopping, and is Saturday, small businesses, you support small businesses on Saturday, I believe. So if you do all that, let us know in the comments. But happy Thanksgiving. And that's all I have for What You Know Good.
Alrighty then. So we're going to keep it on the moving, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this topic for today, which is going to be...
Is it the title? Black Panther, Truth Be Told.
Absolutely. So it is on record that Black Panther did $400 million.
Since November 11th.
Absolutely. So what is that? A week?
A week.
Yeah. So my question is, what was the goal of this movie? Because they tell us that it is about Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
But the original story of Black Panther is not about Chadwick Boseman.
See, I I don't know if I can really say anything because, honest, I haven't seen it. I don't know. So you're going off of reviews. You're going off of what other people are saying. You see some people saying it was terrible. You see some people saying it was good. You see some people saying about the homage that was paid, and it was just but the is it homage or homage, whichever one that is paid, it's like it's being paid to Chadwick and not to T'Challa. And so I think I'm confused with that. Because, and then it's like, I can't really say anything because I haven't seen the movie. And I guess what we're trying to get at is, I think, and honestly, I think the movie couldn't have been so far away from the MCU universe because then it wouldn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think in order for them to make the story work, of course, T'Challa has to die because Chadwick Boseman is no more. But I think your question is, couldn't he have been replaced?
Absolutely. And I think that we're putting too much emphasis on Chadwick.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it like that because much respect to Chadwick, but Black Panther, the comic has nothing to do with Chadwick Boseman. I understand he died, but it is completely unfair to the true comic book fans who are looking for this storyline, which they deviated from due to them not wanting to recast the actual character, actor.
That's what I'm saying. Did they deviate from it though?
I mean, they had to have. Even if you did not see the movie, there's no way that the storyline could continue because in the comic, T'Challa's still there.
He never died.
He never dies. And so there's no way that they can continue with the original storyline. So I think like they're making up their own story.
And now you have, from what I saw, you do have to have his mama, his sister, and I think is a new character. There's a lot of new characters in there as well that have to continue the story, right? So it's like women taking over, or like, so is it Angela Bassett, Leticia Wright, and Lupita Nyong'o? Like
they're trying to depict the women as being as strong as men.
Are they?
I mean, that has to be the case.
Are they depicting that? Because even I'm just playing devil's advocate because I don't know, I haven't seen it. But even in Black Panther, you see that Shuri, his sister, was creating these the suits for him and making sure that everything was all right. So if she's doing that technology and making sure that he's safe, because let's be honest, he wasn't really all of that. He had vibranium, but the suit made him
who he was.
Black Panther.
And that purple liquid stuff. That's what gave him the powers. Yeah. The suit just protected him.
Right. So you see his dad dies in the
first Black Panther. No, that was in
an Avenger movie.
That was the Captain America or something like that.
But you see his dad dies, and then of course he has to move on. Well, after him, it's nobody, because each tribe is different. But each tribe is different. So you could say that they could have went to one of the other tribes, like the ones who were you know, he could have become one. I don't think Daniel Kaluuya it was in this movie. You can't do Michael B. Jordan anymore because he was killed off in that because Killmonger, because of the storyline for that, right? And so the next in line is Shuri. So you think they're gonna make his sister the Black Panther? For me to not see it, I don't think she is. I think it's probably some other female in it who probably will be.
Maybe
No, I don't think it's her. I think it's somebody completely different. I think it's a whole new character
that they're gonna create.
That was created in order to fill the place
of the Black Panther. Do you think it's gonna be a man or a woman?
It's gonna be a woman.
You think so?
It could be a man, but I'm pretty sure that it's.
I think if they were going to recast the Black Panther as a man, they would have already done it.
Absolutely.
For and the storyline to continue
as it was as a comic
book. And within comics, the most important factor is the storyline, because that is what people are referencing. That is what people are looking for. So when you take a story and you recreate it, that kind of takes away from the nostalgia of it being a comic.
Dang, I want to watch it now. And look, I watch MCU videos, they're not videos, movies. Yeah. Because of the storyline, because of how they go in order. Like one of the things every holiday break, I try and watch them in order and be like, oh man, I missed that. So I feel like maybe I should watch it so I can be like, oh, okay, they did this or they did that. But so it's going to be interesting whenever I do watch it to see, because I'm not going to the movie theater to see it. But because we're talking about Chadwick Boseman and how he impacted the film, right?
Absolutely.
So do you think that because I get it.
Because he was so, it was so instrumental, and he was so instrumental in that role that they're like, nobody else can replace that. But they replaced James Bond.
But he didn't die.
So it's because he died that they can't replace him.
I think in people's minds I'm showing so much respect for this character because you made this character come alive. You brought this character out. You showed that Black representation matters. You came and you put your all into this character, and every little Black boy is saying Wakanda forever, right? Like, every little Black child is saying, hey, you look like me, you represent me, and I see you in the movie, right?
But that may be true. But there is so many other Black actors out there who could fill that void.
I agree with you, but I think this is what was done out of respect of who he was as a Black Panther in this MCU universe. We're not going to replace him. But when they start redoing Iron Man, because it's going to happen, right? And Spider-Man and all of these, there eventually is going to be a Black Panther that is going to be replaced in these new ones, because Marvel is going to profit like
absolutely
either way. So I think it was, like I said, I haven't seen it, but I think in it, because people are saying, and then maybe people are saying that they pay homage to Chadwick Boseman, but they mean T'Challa. Like, but it's too many people saying they paid homage.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they can't differentiate the two.
And it's like, you know how sometimes when people pay homage, or they say in loving memory of, they do it at the end, like not in the movie. It's like, I guess it was a subtle thing to him. So like I said, I don't know. It's very interesting that $400 million, is it $400 million?
Yeah, and counting.
For people to go see a movie, and I don't think it was for the storyline, as which I would go in and say, okay, this is a continuation after what is it, Love and Thunder, which is the Thor movie, which came out on Disney Plus. Like, it's not the continuation. So you, like, what were those numbers for people to see Thor versus coming, the next part of the series is Black Panther 2. So I think you want to go into, was it Black people that were doing it? Because I did look at something, and a lot of the white people were saying, well, Black people told me I shouldn't go to the movie and see it, and if I do want to go to the movie, then I need to pay for their ticket. And I'm like, dang.
I heard that foolishness. I heard somebody say something about, if white people want to go, they need to buy a ticket and give it to the Black person and sit outside.
And so when you say foolishness like that, that's when you have to go to the history of Black Panther, to the history of Stan Lee, to the history of Marvel, and to understand that Black Panther was not.
It wasn't, I love Black people so much, I'm going to do this for you guys. No, I believe that it was beneficial to his pockets.
Absolutely. This is beneficial, and Black Panther at the time when it came out was beneficial to his pocket, because Stan Lee was not dead yet.
Absolutely.
He has passed away, and Chadwick Boseman has passed away. And so you look at it, how is Chadwick Boseman
how are you honoring him with this film?
Not even honoring. Is he getting paid for this because he didn't make any type of appearance? Is his wife going to get anything?
His family?
Is his family going to get anything from this? So that's $400 million spent, but that's going into these actors and actresses who have played this, the directors,
and for so many
else who had anything to do a part of it. And majority of that money, like once it hit Disney plus. That's Disney, right? They're profiting more every month when they take my $8.65. I'm helping them create more content, more movies.
Absolutely.
So I get it.
It's no telling where that money's going.
Right.
I know it. I can almost tell you for a fact it's not going to benefit anyone within the Black community.
Like,
it would be very far-fetched to believe that we benefited anyway financially from paying our money to go see this movie. I believe it is more of a ploy to get Black people to spend more money. And that's just what I believe.
I think it's always been like that. How can I profit more? And I'm not.
How can I make more?
Not making it a black and white thing. It's a money thing,
absolutely.
Right? Because if you look at, like I was saying earlier about the history of Black Panther as the comic book, Black Panther was the first Black comic to appear
absolutely
in a Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. So he didn't even appear in his own comic book. He appeared in the Fantastic Four comic book.
So it's almost like Stan Lee was testing them out to see if Black people really gravitated to this character. It turns out Black people did.
Absolutely. And then you start to see, but then you have to think about, my mind has been going to the comic book connoisseurs, right? The people who have read the comic books, who go to the movies to see the timeline, these people who are really following the timeline. And that's why I'm like, I don't think they could have strayed so far away because there are people who are dedicated
to comic book storylines
to it, right? So I don't think, and if they did, then man, that's a bold move to say, okay, we're not going to follow this protocol. We're going to do something.
We're going to do our own
different thing. And because comic books have been, there's collectors, there's all of this for a very long time. So I don't know. It's just interesting. I have to figure out if I want to see it or if I'm a hold on.
I know I don't want to contribute to the $400 million.
Oh, I'm not. Definitely not.
I
going
really
to the
don't.
movie theater.
I don't see no point in me giving my hard-earned money to a company that is above and beyond us all.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to the movie theater. But now I'm wondering, do I hold on to Disney?
Straight up. Because, I mean, I see so many issues with the whole, how they went about the whole thing. It's just like, I don't feel like y'all are honoring Chadwick. I don't feel like this movie was about Black people. I don't feel like we profited in any way off of this movie. But yet and still, we just spent $400 million.
And then there's going to be more because people are still going to see like the holidays,
absolutely.
People are still going to, and also Christmas time. These companies are still going to profit off of action figures, clothing. They make little kids pajamas,
the little figurines, and
the action figures. There was I think they already profited from Halloween because children want to be the Black Panther. So it's all, if you look at it, and that's why it's like, okay, I get the Black representation matters, and I get it. Everybody wants to see books with little children on it, but my mind always goes to
what's the real motive? No,
not the real motive. My thing is, people talk about Black representation, right? And for me, I didn't see books that had little brown girls or Black girls on it. But the person I did see my mama, right? Huh. So that was a Black woman in my life. The people I did see my grandmothers. When I went around my family, I saw my Black aunties. I saw my Black cousins.
So maybe we need to stop looking outside.
Like, that's who I saw. And then I said all the women. But if I looked around me, I saw my Black father. I have 3 Black brothers. Like, hello, all my uncles, my grandfathers were Black. Like, so we get so caught up in this Black representation, or
I'm Black, y'all, and I'm Black,
or I have to see it in this movie. But we've always been in movies. Like, I don't think it's never been a thing. And then you see us in comic books. You see us in the realm of what is it, Comic-Con, you see us. I know Green Lantern is DC, but you saw the Green Lantern and you see that Green Lantern was a black man. I remember sitting watching Justice League with my daddy, and I was like, yo,
that's a black man. Yeah.
But I get it. Representation matters because not everyone gets to see that representation the way I did in their home. So I understand. And people look to Chadwick Boseman because he represented, this character. But he was more than that character because he played other great characters.
Absolutely. Chadwick Boseman was a visionary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that happened before the whole Black Panther even came about.
He made black representation different in other ways.
Exactly. Right? Like, how can we just skip over the fact that he did Jackie Robinson?
Oh, man.
43.
Yep. I watched that movie for the first time this year because we did a baseball unit study, and I was blown away. Like, this is a beautiful movie.
Absolutely.
And my girl, why can't I think of her name right now? But my
she must not be your girl then.
My girl, I can't think of her name right now.
But other than that movie, I mean, he played so many inspirational, motivational people in the real world that have nothing to do with fantasy or anything like that. So, I mean, like, he did Marshall. He even co-produced Marshall, which is the story of Thurgood Marshall, which was an American, a lawyer?
He was a lawyer. And then he went on to be on the U.S.
Supreme Court. Yeah. So he not only starred as Thurgood Marshall, but he actually co-produced that movie as well.
And went into one of Thurgood Marshall's first cases, which he won with the black man, was with the white woman. And he was like, I didn't do it, but they were in it together. So if you never seen that's a powerful movie, just like 43 was powerful. And then,
we can't forget James Brown.
Man, I loved it.
That man
loved it.
It's called Get On Down. It came out in 2014, but that man played doggone James Brown to a T.
The accent and everything.
Everything.
Get on up. They get on down.
I did. Get on up. So, yeah. But he did that. And I remember another movie he did not too long ago. It's called 23 Blocks.
Yeah, I remember you watching that. That was crazy.
21 Blocks or something like that.
23 Blocks, I believe.
And he also did The Express, that football movie with I can't remember that black guy's name, but he did that movie as well. But we tend to forget that Chadwick Boseman was a great person before all of this Black Panther business. So we need to kind of do a little research on this man and realize his greatness in his earlier life, which led to him even being visual, even being seen as someone capable of being T'Challa, a Black Panther. So
that's, looking at it, and you're seeing, like, looking at Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man dies in it, right? I don't know if you see people being like, Mommy, that's Iron Man, like, he's dead, like, no. You don't, but you do see people like, oh, that's Captain America, because the girls saw something. It's like, that's Captain America, right?
That man got a real name.
Right. And I can't think of it right now because I've wanted to call him Steve Rogers, and that's not his name.
That's not his name?
That's Captain America.
Oh, that's oh my goodness. Man, I can't remember his name either.
So it's like these movies are kind of setting up these people because they are playing a character that is not them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if some people can just separate those two. That Chadwick Boseman was this amazing man, and did we pay homage to him in another way that was not in the movie? Were there things done for everybody to see, like, oh, he did this, or we commemorate his legacy through that and everything that he's done.
I know one way we can support him officially,
from being going to Howard and being going to Oxford, or knowing like more like history, like that. And what else how can we support him and not give in to this $400 million?
Man, first off, get your money back. No, I'm just playing. But if we really
terrible movie. No, I'm joking.
If we really wanted to support Chadwick, if it's really about Chadwick, then I did some research and I found out that he does have a foundation which is called the Chadwick Boseman Foundation for the Arts, and I think he targets children who are trying to figure out the type of art they want to be involved in. So that is his foundation, and you can donate.
Go ahead.
You can donate at chadwickbosemanfoundation.org, and they also have a Facebook page, which is the Chadwick Boseman Foundation. Right now, they are running a special to where they will match up to $100 for anyone who donates to his foundation right now. I think it's for the holidays. I don't know how long it's going to last, but do check that out, because this is how we can truly support what Chadwick Boseman represented.
And so he can pay for some other little black boy being
Absolutely.
Black Panther, right? In another MCU universe, right? That would be amazing.
Absolutely. So, like I was saying, the Chadwick Boseman Foundation is for the arts, and it encourages, supports, and promotes the intellectual, spiritual, and artistic growth of people of the African diaspora. So that's what his foundation is about, and I believe that would be the best way to support or honor Mr. Chadwick Boseman, if that is in fact the case. Mm-hmm. So y'all go ahead and check that out, the Chadwick Boseman Foundation for the Arts. And if we really want to support, we need to put our money directly into these people's foundations, their pockets, or whatever they're representing, instead of dealing with all these middlemen.
I think people think they are putting their money and I just thought about this and then I'm done, because of Ryan Coogler, right? He's the black
man.
Yeah, he's a black director. He's put this together. He has the scripts. He's doing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more to it, I think, because black people are wanting to support black people, but in what ways can we make it beneficial for us to support each other?
Absolutely.
And not have it backed by Marvel or Disney or these big name companies. Is that what you're trying to?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was trying to say. But we're gonna keep it on the moving. So before we get out of here, we're gonna go ahead and hit you in the head one time with On This Day in Black History. So today is November the 21st. So on November the 21st in 1934, Ella Fitzgerald made her debut at the Apollo at the age of 17. Shout out to Miss Ella Fitzgerald. She did a thing. Her music continues to live on today. Shout out to her. Once again, thank you to everybody who continues to rock with us. We'll be back next week on Monday with a hot new topic for your mind. So y'all come back and holler at us. Like always, love, peace, and soul. Like Soul Train, baby. Chew.